Good morning and welcome to the Good Builder podcast. Now, today is a podcast that's a little bit different, I think. The person I'm going to speak to today, I've been wanting to speak to for ages. I've been watching this guy. He's a total enigma. That's what I just said to him before the podcast. I just don't know how to describe him because he's a weapon in business and he's a weapon outside of his life. And before we actually started this podcast, I sent him a list of questions that were probably a bit shallow because there's more to this man that I have just found out. And it is the legend, works for Avia Homes. It's a business development manager, Alex. How are you today, mate?
I'm good, mate. I appreciate the big wrap. That's good. I really appreciate that. Probably watch that every morning.
Good, mate. Use it for your hype up tape because you certainly deserve it. Man, I did not know. I've got a big smile on my face because I'm trying to concentrate on the podcast now, but we had a quick chat before, we jumped on and I sort of got to know you a little bit. So what I knew of you was, you work for Avia Homes. At Avia Homes at the moment, you've done over 420 sales. Not you personally, I'm not trying to put it all on your shoulders, but, as a successful business, mate, you've got some of the biggest guns in construction, I believe. You've done over 420 sales. You've grown over 31%. But then the other thing that I saw, I was looking on LinkedIn and sometimes, me, I chuck up a few little flex up photos and things like that, but I go to the gym. But mate, I saw this post. It's like you winning a gold medal at the Australian Jiu-Jitsu Championships in heavyweight. And I'm like, ooh, maybe I should stop posting. So, mate, I just wanted to get to know you, your journey so far. You've got a strong career in business development, but what makes the man Alex Quirke? Like, how did this all come around?
Yeah, man. It's been a bit of a road. I guess long story short, I started in civil construction myself. So I did that for a few years, for about 7 years to get into the sales side of things. And I guess wet my feet in car sales. I did car sales, tried that. And then with my background, I started doing civil, like selling civil gear. So like excavators, dozers, backhoes. So my civil background to then sales background, I started doing that. So I did that for quite a while.
Yeah.
And like we all do near the end of our 20s, I kind of wanted to go traveling.
Yeah.
Went to Canada and came back. And when I came back, I really wanted to get into real estate. I always liked the idea of it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the traditional existing. I don't know what it was. It didn't really align with me.
Yeah.
And then I worked for a previous building company, which unfortunately they were one of the ones that struggled through COVID times.
Yeah.
But I loved it. Loved the industry. Loved what it was. You can really dive into so much, the development of land, all about the housing side of things, growth corridors, so on. Queensland is just, as you know, the last 5 years and then onwards into the future is just crazy how much it's grown.
It's nuts.
A good friend of mine, Tom Egan, which is the director of Avia Homes, he started Avia, grew this company to, I think it was just shy of a year old. And then he hired me, reached out to me and said he wanted me to join the team. So I think I was the 4th employee.
Yeah. You would have been one of the first, Alex.
Yeah. So,
wow.
And now I think we're at nearly 70 staff and we're, the company's nearly 4 years old and it's been good, man. It's been a really big journey. And, as you guys can see how it's grown, but just being part of the business and how it's grown is crazy. So no, it's been good, man. Really, really good.
Yeah, we've been fascinated with it, Alex, and beyond, the results and everything, it just seems like there's this group of superstars. I call you guys don't know this, but outside of it, and I call you guys the disruptors. It seems like you're this it's almost like this not tech company, but like this tech company that's come into building and gone, wait a minute, this is how you do it. I'm just gone and we're watching from afar going, whoa, this is cool. This is cool. Like, let's do this. Like, we want more of this stuff. And so we saw you guys go and we were like, whoa. And as I said, you've played obviously a pretty pivotal part being there from the start and shaping it and that sort of thing. But the other thing that I was really impressed with you beyond that, the crazy results you're getting at Avia, mate, is how you balance passion outside of, a role which would be extremely busy. And then you go win a gold medal at the Australian Jiu-Jitsu Championships in heavyweight. Like, what the hell is going on, man? Like, how do you balance this thing? And then I've just learnt something else about you that you may want to mention, but you've got your own podcast, which everybody, I'm going to put it in the link below. Please go and check it out. How do you do it, man?
Man, you know what it's like. It's just all a balance. You know, I appreciate you saying those things. And you've met Tom Egan, the director.
Yeah,
When you're around people like that, where they're just so driven, and like what he's done with it. And look, there's so many key people in this business, but you know, he's at the top end of it. That
yeah,
it's like you see that passion and that drive, you're like, yeah, man, like, there's no excuses. Like, you know, if you really want to
wow,
be doing things, it's that saying which is annoying to hear, but it's like if you know, if you can't find time to do it, then you don't actually really want to do it. So it's like that when you kind of play that in your head, you're like, okay,
wow.
well, I really don't want to do it, so I need to make time. So I'm, yeah, it's always played spinning where it's work life. I'm a single father, so you know I've got to be a
Oh,
dad life at the
wow.
same time, and then you know chasing dreams of doing stand up comedy, and
That's
then
abs
yeah, podcast to help that, and then yeah, and then jiu-jitsu on the same time. It's there's a few things going on that
mm,
are all passion projects, but all
so cool.
interlinks really well. You know, comedy's great for this for the business development side of things because getting on stage trying to make people laugh, like that's horrendous. But like doing all this stuff where you're trying to call people and trying to help people into their homes and so on, those calls aren't hard anymore because you're just like
Yeah.
dying on stage for 5 minutes. Is that's not.
Yeah. What's harder, Alex? Sorry to cut you, mate. What's harder? Stand-up comedy or fighting in a jiu-jitsu championship? Because both are nerve-wracking, mate.
Yeah.
One, because I used to do a little bit of fight training, nothing like you, but I remember I used to do a bit of training with a guy named Morgan Endicott Davies, and he represented Australia in, I think it was Taekwondo and stuff like that. Anyway, I just remember I used to, train at the gym, do a bit of weights, and then go, come down here, you think you're strong. Come down here and have a little bit of a fight. He used to choke me out. I used to wake up and just go, Yum Cha. Let's go to Yum Cha. I don't know why, but I did. And that was nerve wracking. And then, like, what's more nerve wracking for you, Alex, to do the comedy or the jiu-jitsu? It's crazy. It takes a
Oh,
lot of bravery, man.
yeah, no, cheers. It's a bit of both. I don't know. Like, generally, I've thought about that a few times, and it's like I think it's probably more jujitsu. Both of them, I feel physically sick before I do them. It's
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
comedy's like comedy's amazing because it's just it's so hard to pick, kind of thing. Like, so that's fun. But jujitsu, there's something like if I don't make you laugh for 5 minutes, it's not the end of the world. But when
Yeah.
you get choked out in front of your friends and family, that's a bit more bit more
Yeah.
embarrassing. It's
Yeah.
I'd probably say jiu-jitsu, but jiu-jitsu would be the tougher one with it all.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
jiu-jitsu is amazing. Like you just said then too, with any martial arts training, like
Mm.
it's amazing of what it teaches you, like patience and
Yeah.
resilience and pushing through things. Like if anyone, I've had friends that have kids that, you know, whether they're very like ADD and so on, I just say like, man, get them into jiu-jitsu. And they do. And like, it's so good for everyone.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
love it. I used to
Yeah.
love doing
How long
MMA
ago
and
did,
stuff, but getting punched in the head's not
yeah.
that great for the old brain. So jiu-jitsu is good.
Yeah. So you stopped doing that, Alex. Oh my goodness, mate. You're a
Yeah.
weapon. Um, and being a single dad too, I think that needs to have a little bit of focus. I didn't know that about you. I think, mate, that's amazing too. Like, I think that being a parent is one of the most important things to do in the world. And then, now knowing you to balance that plus your sporting achievements, your comedic achievements, and then your business achievements is just phenomenal, mate. So, obviously family's a big part for you, mate.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I got a little girl. She's actually 3 on
Yeah.
Saturday. So she's, yeah, she's absolutely amazing. Because have you got little what
Oh,
you got 2
nice.
kids?
Yeah, I do. I've got a little, I've got Lily, just a little girl. She's 12. Mate plays basketball, but I'm not a single father. I've
Yeah,
got
yeah,
a
yeah.
wife, but just to that point, actually, Alex, mate, a little while ago, we had a bit of a unfortunate family incident where Renee had to go away, and she was joking. She's like, "This is the first time you're going to be a single dad," because she's been there every single moment of her life.
Mm.
I'm the kind of guy, not guy, but I work a lot, and she's taking care of everything, and I've loved that, and I've been blessed that we've had a good, she's been able to do that, and I've been able to try and do my thing. But I looked after Lily for a week, and man, that was hard, Alex. Like that
Mm.
alone, and then trying to work is hard. And then I don't know your situation, and I'm sorry if I'm getting personal. I don't mean
No,
to be, but you're doing that. You're working with one of the fastest growing builders in Australia and most aggressive. So you're
Mm,
doing
huh,
things that no other builder's doing. So how the hell do
yeah.
you do that? Anyway, it just does a job. And then you've got jujitsu, comedy. The hell, man. Like, I'm so glad I did this podcast with you.
Yeah, mate, it's just all, I guess, you got to kind of take it as it is. So
Yeah.
my daughter's amazing. She's the best thing I ever did. And
Yeah.
yeah, I've been a single parent now for 2 years.
Yep.
I'm really lucky. I get along with her mother really well, and
Yeah.
it's 50-50 custody. So how that works is when I got Amelia, I'm lucky to work in a place like this where Tom and all management have kids, so they
Yeah.
understand that family is a big part. So I'm really lucky with dropping my daughter off and picking her up, being late to work and early to leave on those days I have her, because I don't want to be that parent where it's not people's choice. People have jobs and they can't do that, but I'm in a great situation where they understand that and I can work with her. And then when I don't have my daughter, that's when I chase everything else. When I don't have
Yeah.
her, I'm either doing stand up comedy at late at night, or I'm
Yeah.
doing jiu-jitsu. So it's all a balance and act. So it's good. Like, it is good, man, because it's when I'm with my daughter, I'm 100% locked in, and then when I'm not with my daughter, I'm not
Yeah.
100% locked into the other things that I'm trying to do. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's good, man.
No, that's really cool, Alex. Thank you for, talking about that, mate, because it is, for me, mate, and I do, I'm very much, I was raised by a single mum, but, we talk a lot about women, when they're single mums, but we don't
Yeah,
talk a lot about single dads. There's not a lot to talk about that, in general in society. And I had friends in Sydney that went through a really terrible sort of time in a divorce and things like that and didn't have the same relationship you had, Alex. And he was the SAS soldier that ended up scaling Sydney Opera House and putting a note up there that, a big flag that he wants, the federal police got him, all this sort of thing. And he put a flag saying, I want to see my kids, So, yeah, I know that's not your situation, but I think there's
no, no,
just
no,
not
no,
enough
no.
talk
It's
around that. Hey.
yeah, no, you are right. There isn't much talk about it, and like yeah, it's hard for any parent, father or mother, but like
Yeah.
you put a lot of weight on yourself because you just want the best for them. So
Yeah.
it is such a balance and act, and there are a lot of. I find myself really fortunate that from the get go there was never any discussion that I could not see my
Yeah.
daughter. So I've been lucky, man. I've been really, really lucky with her. I've
Yeah.
always had the shared time with her.
Yeah.
No, it's good, man. It really is.
That is freaking cool, man. Well, another amazing thing to know about, who the man Alex is. So, mate, at the moment, being with Avia, it sounds like a great company to work for. I'm sure, with what's going on in the industry, there's a lot of pressure to get things done. How do you sort of handle the pressure, Alex? Do you feel like some of the stuff you do outside of it helps you with that?
Definitely. Yeah. Clarity's great. Like it's, I guess jujitsu is really good because you can't think about anything else. You have to,
Yeah,
for any type of martial arts, you can't focus on anything else. As soon as you get on the mats, that's what you're keyed in lock with.
yeah,
I ride motorbikes too. It's the same thing with motorbikes as you get out there and you just can't think about anything else. You just get clarity. So it
yeah,
does help a lot. But I think the thing with Avia is throughout my career, when you've worked for other businesses, a lot of them say that they want to invest in the business and they want to try and help out as much as they can. But reality is they don't really do that.
yeah,
It's fine. People just get the business gets caught up or it's too big for what it is. But from the top to the bottom with Avia, they're just consistently looking at themselves and what we can do better or how we can help. Like whether
yeah,
it's they look at like bottleneck things and you were speaking before about it's like we're disruptors, which is Tom would love hearing that because that's what he wanted to be. He wanted to be this kind of difference in the industry of
yeah.
no smoke and mirrors, proper like just
Oh,
transparency throughout.
you can feel it.
So he did, and you were saying with technology, like meaning like we look like that, but we actually are a technology company. Or in fact,
Yeah,
Tom
wow.
is such a difference of being like no one's really using technology for what it should be. Like there's
Mm,
like so many good opportunities with what we can do, and whether it's all automation systems or programs we use, so that's just make I don't know every process is a lot easier. So like when clients get you know
yeah,
um, unconditional. We have
mm,
client liaison managers, but they get an app that's a live system that they
wow.
can track the whole build throughout the process. So it's just transparency throughout everything. It's not like you know they call us saying, "Oh, why didn't slab get poured yesterday?" I then got to call the site supervisor. It takes about a week to get back for what it is, and we just say some kind of random thing of why it didn't. Where the programs we use, it's just full transparency. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, it was raining in Ripley. There's a screenshot of the weather brewery yesterday of why it was raining. That's why it
Wow.
didn't. Just like things like that, mate. It does make I guess the BDM role a lot easier. And we have so many different things that we get put in
Yeah.
place to help with us. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, didn't know that about you guys. That's phenomenal. And you can see, I could kind of sense there's something going on from your reviews. Like you look at your
Yeah.
reviews, you build that many homes, you get that many good reviews. When I was at GJ's, Alex, like my whole strategy for GJ's when I was there as the marketing manager was I want to become the most trusted builder in Australia. And we did it through trying to harness reviews. And, they were hit and miss. And we had some pretty good ones. We had some pretty bad ones, and we were building a volume. And as you can see, we still weren't building the volume you guys are in Queensland,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you seem to maintain this level of just freaking good service, transparency, trust, 5-star reviews, and sorry to go off on a tangent, but from your
Yeah.
technology perspective, I look at you guys, the first thing that piqued my interest was I look at your video you put out there. And I know it's as simple as that, but like I look at the videos, the content you're putting out there, and it's just like
Yeah.
educational. I awarded you guys unofficially the best video of the year by a builder, just by a comment on Hayden's post on LinkedIn. I said, "You win Builder of the Year. We don't have any good builder awards, but maybe." And then I think he sent me a message and he's like, "You should create one and award us." And I'm like, "Yeah, I should," because that was cool. But you do things so innovatively, even in that space. I'm like, man, there's something going on under the hood of Avia. We don't want all the secrets because it's what you guys do, and we want people to, take a bit of an example and try and follow. But yeah, it's super cool, man.
Yeah, yeah. I think like with all that stuff is that's a big thing to Tom is like, I mean, you don't make a company called Avia, which is his two daughters' names put together,
Oh
and it not
wow.
mean a lot to you. So like Ava and Mia are his two daughters' names, and he builds a company off that. So he wears his heart on his sleeve of what this company is, and every person he hires and puts into a position, they just blow us away. Like there's so many good people in this company,
Mm,
really do the best they can do.
yeah. Yeah, you like OpenAI. You like OpenAI getting all the good developers. That's what you remind me of. Like, it's like boom, boom, boom. But it's not getting them. It's like I feel like people are gravitating as well. They want to go and see what's going on at Avia. They want to go
Yeah.
work at Avia. It's interesting, man. Like it's the most interesting builder I've kind of come across for a long time.
Yeah, yeah, and look, it's like anything, man. Like anything in sales, like they always say it with any job you do in sales, but treat it like it's your own business. But it really is because you're putting your name against it. Like you're trying to get
Yeah,
good with us, so that you are putting your name out there. And I just generally full transparency. I can't do anything. I can't work for a company that I don't believe in everything they're doing. So
yeah,
it's with Avia, it's just easy because we're everything we're doing. It's a full turnkey product, which I'm sure you hear that terminology consistently gets thrown around, but it really isn't a
yeah,
full turnkey product. With us, it always has been, and it's not the
yeah,
basics. It's above and beyond of specifications and trying to help. That's when the building industry it now and then gets a bad rap for itself, but then COVID was a big limelight, like a big spotlight on that because things were just going all over the place. So
mm,
when Avia started, it was very much like we need to have get trust back, have full transparency of everything we're doing. So we really
wow,
kept those reviews. That's why we have over like 200 plus Google reviews or around the
yeah.
5 star. Yeah, as you know, in the building industry, no one's got that. That's crazy. And then the content,
People turn them off.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Um, and any content we're putting out, like, it's purely of like posting a facade of a house once a month on LinkedIn isn't really engaging where
No.
we want it to be engaging, where it's like you've got the young people that are wanting to build on TikTok, and then you got Instagram and
Yeah,
Facebook and LinkedIn and all these things where we just wanted to really not just put a facade up. We wanted to show slabs getting pulled, frames
yeah,
going up, just
yeah,
to be that difference and show that like we are more than what we are. And people look up builders now. Like if, no one builds anymore without really doing background research. So you need to have that
yeah,
full
yeah.
exposure and transparency to what you are doing.
Yeah, and you know what it does too, Alex? It makes for me too, it makes me wanna build with Avia. because I see the
Yeah.
type of people you are as well. Like, you see you guys having a joke, there's a bit of humor in things, and then, I saw your video this morning, that was really cool, talking about all the benefits and things like this, and it just comes across and it is genuine, and it is who you are, and it's like, man, I could deal with those guys, and that's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, man. Like I trying to think now. I'm building with Avia. One of the other BDMs is building with Avia.
Wow.
One of the contracts girls is building with Avia.
Mm,
The land acquisitions guys is building with Avia. Two of the
that's
building
good.
managers are built with Avia. So like everyone that works here even wants to build with Avia when you're in the business.
Wow, that's a testament. I was down at Harmony here on the Sunshine Coast last Thursday, and I pulled up to, I will not name the builder, but the carpenter was there, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, I'm from the Good Builder," and he's like, "I don't even know who you are." And I said, "Didn't expect you to anyway." But anyway, maybe I should get into comedy. And then I was like, "Didn't expect you to anyway." And then he said, I said, "Oh, how's it going down here? Because I'm doing a bit of an expose on, what's going on in the industry and how busy it is and stuff like that." And he goes, "Well, don't film this home because I work for this builder. I wouldn't even fucking build with them." I was like, "Oh,
Perfect.
okay." And we got it on camera, and I'm like, and we got the sign there, and I'm like, "Eliza, what do we do now?" We kept the footage, but we're not doing anything with it because we're the good builder. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we got to
yeah,
be
yeah.
positive, but I'm like, okay, we'll move to another lot. Let's go somewhere else where someone's a bit happier. Really interesting. It's really cool to hear and like see, as I said, someone doing it at scale, getting those reviews and seemingly not stopping, keeping growing and being able to do it at another scale. It's just really cool to see that type of thing
Oh
going
man,
on,
like I
especially.
mean, I know you've met Tom quite a few times, but like
Yeah.
if you just hover around him for a week, it's just like the guy. You can just see why he just keeps scaling. Like he always says, "We're going to the moon," and he
Wow.
generally is. Like everything he does, and the people that the DeCarlos, you've met the DeCarlos as
Yeah,
well.
lovely
They're
guys.
great people, man. They back you know so many people in like everything they do in their life, man. Like even they with boxing, Australian boxing, they want
Yeah.
to boxers
Yeah.
get a better platform in Australia. Like,
Yeah.
who's doing that? No one's really pushing for that. One of them's Alfie DeCarlo's,
Yeah.
who's part of Avia, is also a world class boxing trainer and trains Liam
Yeah.
Parrow. It's like he's
Yeah.
doing that to help people get a leg up and working with Avia and pushing and that. It's just you got all people like that. They just want to help and want to do better. It's just it makes it a great company to work for.
It does. Yeah, I got to sit in the golf cart with those guys and at your Avia Golf Day, which was
How was
fantastic.
that? I didn't get to go. I didn't end up going.
Oh, didn't you go out? Alex,
Mm.
so mate, it was amazing. Like now I'm telling you about it and you're in
Yeah, yeah,
Avia.
yeah, yeah.
But mate, it was the coolest day. Like everybody loved it. It was packed out. Like,
It
man,
looked packed.
the amount of carts, the amount of people, there was business talk, but everyone knew what they were there for. And there was just this, it was the same sort of, it felt like the Avia vibe.
Yeah, that's
Like I've been in your building and just what I see in your socials, it just felt like that. So we created some cool videos and the guys got us to capture it. But yeah, I got the pleasure of seeing with the DeCarlo guys in their golf cart. So I got to do 18 holes with them and just chat with them. And
yeah.
same sort of thing. It was like, man, who is in this company? Because these two dudes are awesome. They were teaching Eliza how to putt, just being lovely dudes. And, we're having a good laugh and telling us all about their businesses and stuff like that. And then I overheard a conversation and they were talking about training, this boxer who's going for a title. And I'm like, what? What do you guys do?
I
And
know,
then they
man.
started, I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, I used to feel like I'm a high performer, Alex. And now I'm like, oh man, like, do I need
I
to
know,
join
man.
Avia and get some freaking high performance back into me or what's going
I
on?
know, I know. We had a Christmas party last year, and we just like sit in the boat catching up because I'm friends with them. They're good people, and
Yeah.
we're just chatting, and they were saying kind words like you were saying before
Yeah.
about me, and they're like, "Oh man, you just make me want to do more." I'm like, "I want to do more." I was like,
Yeah.
"You guys are huge developers that have been massive for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
You're a qualified lawyer. You're a world
Yeah.
class boxing trainer. There's only 5 trainers in Australia that have ever had world champs for
Yeah.
Australia. Now you're one of them.
Yeah.
And plus, you've got one of the fastest growing building companies ever in Queensland. I was like, don't pretend like I'm.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
it's making me want to do more what you're doing. It's crazy.
Feels like this podcast, Alex.
Yeah,
But I was like, but like same sort of thing. And I told them about the good builder, and they were like really supportive and really interested and stuff like that. And I kind of got to a stage. I was like, do you really want to hear about the good builder? You got a lot of stuff going on, but like, do you really want to hear? And I'm like, yeah, man. And I'm showing them my phone, going, look at this, look at this. This is my YouTube video. Like and subscribe. I think they did, which is cool of them too. Which shows again the support and the actual why behind their doing it. You know, they were like, we want to be supportive of this stuff. And that's why you guys invited us. So yeah, on a serious note, man, it was so cool.
That's good. That's good to hear. Yeah, it looked like a
Yeah.
great.
Mate, yeah, phenomenal. Were you at a competition or something like that? Winning a
No,
title. What were you doing?
I had to try and get some houses built to keep selling.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom, your choice who you invite, but would have been great to have you there, mate. I was looking out for you.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I saw a lot of the other guys, but I was looking out for you. All right, we've gone off on a tangent on this podcast. I don't know where it's going now because I'm more interested. I had these questions down here, and I'm like, do I talk to him about these questions? But there's so much more to you than just some generic questions. I want to know more about the man. But one of the things that I really liked, and I think I read it on your LinkedIn, was one of the things you live by is treat people how you want to be treated. Where did that come from, Alex? I think I know now because I can feel it in this conversation, and you've talked about a lot of stuff, but same sort of thing. It feels like it's a value of Avia and yourself. It feels like the values aligned.
Yeah, man, that's a big thing. It's just the values aligning with it. That's
Mm,
the company I've worked at. I have to have that feeling of if my values don't align, there's just no point of doing it because I'm putting my name against it. So
yeah,
I've always had that. I think that's just been in me since being raised was treat people like you want to be treated. Um,
yeah,
and I'm just I'm very transparent, and I really can't. Sometimes I shoot myself in the foot because I just I can't shut my mouth, but I'm just very truthful and honest. Like I can't do
yeah,
any bad business or I really live by my word. My word means a lot. If your friends or acquaintances or family to me, that means a lot to me, and I will do anything I can for that. So when it comes to business or sales, I really I offer a product and service that I want to help you with. If it doesn't
yeah,
work, then that's fine. Like I'm not someone that wants to push that on you or whatever it is. I believe in
yeah,
what we have and what we're about and the product is. And
yeah,
if that doesn't work for you, that's okay. It's all good.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I want them to be happy. I'm not someone that's pushy like that. So
yeah. Yeah,
um,
that's so cool. That's so
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So we probably haven't delved into a lot of actually. I was too interested in you as a person. What do you actually do at Avia? Who of our listenership, if you want them to, needs
Yeah.
to get in touch with you or things like that, Alex?
Yeah, definitely. Look, always love for people to reach out for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, business development manager. Avia, we're a bit different. So we're not a retail builder such as
Yep.
that. We deal
Yeah.
with, I guess, like first home buyers groups or
Yep.
wealth creation companies.
Yeah.
But we're predominantly, look, there's no difference for us. It's the same beautiful specifications of homes.
Yeah.
Difference between, if it's an investor or it's an owner occ, we really want to have a nice, beautiful turnkey product. We don't want to be doing something that we wouldn't want to live in.
Yeah.
So basically, we deal with, say, like a first home buyers group. So we will, build a relationship with them,
Yep.
and then they'll help their clients into their first home. So we're definitely of a builder sense of things, and we just
Yeah.
facilitate with these clients that come through, and we give a nice service to it. So say if you're a first home buyers group, you've got some
Yeah.
clients, I'll build a relationship with them, and
Yeah.
then whatever they're wanting to do with these clients want to live in out at Ripley. They have a certain borrow capacity and size of home they want to deal with. We'll give them a few options, whether it's land that we've secured or the clients have brought to us,
Yeah.
and then it's really nice, easy flowing system from there. Like we'll package
Yeah.
it up, site the design on the house. They understand how much room they have at the rear of the home.
Yeah.
Beautiful layout. You can see the size of the bedrooms, the house, and so on. We have display homes throughout Southeast Queensland. We have some more coming.
Yeah.
We build our display homes to the specification of what they're actually getting. So you
I
don't walk.
love that.
Oh man, it's so much. Again,
I love it.
yeah.
Smart.
You walk into a display home, you go like, "I see these chandeliers and that spiral staircase." You don't get any of that.
Yeah.
That's going to be another
Yeah.
$300,000.
Yeah. Been into plenty of them. Been into plenty of them,
Yeah.
eh, Alex?
Look, I know, and it looks great, but like realistically, that just sets them up for failure. Like it's not a nice feeling. Like, you can't afford
Yeah.
any of this.
Yeah.
Like, so the way we do it is you walk in there and it's exactly what they get in the turnkey product. So it's really easy to talk about. You
Yeah.
walk in at 1,200 front wide doors, 600 by 600
Yeah.
floor tiles, stone in the bathrooms, kitchens, laundries, and
Yeah.
waterfall featured island bench top, 900 appliances, tiled frescoes, epoxy flooring. It's just like a nice product that people want. And
Yeah.
it's easy to walk through going, like, it's really nice hearing when you're walking through with them saying like, "Oh, that's standard." You're like, "Yeah, that's in that what we've already offered."
Wow.
And but a lot of these first time buyers, it is very confronting. It's the biggest purchase you're ever going to do in your life. So
Yeah. And it can be
throughout that,
disappointing.
100%, and you
You know what I
don't you
mean,
really
Alex? Yeah.
you just got to be so, I guess, open with everything that they're going through. So then the big thing is the colors. So when you get
Yeah.
to the collection, you're telling them to pick fascias and guttering and all these colors, and it's a bit full on. So
Yeah.
another in that process, I think we've got 3 now color consultants that will
Oh,
meet
wow.
out at the display home, run through all the colors with them, help them
So
out, all free
simple.
of charge. There's no cost to it. It's just adding that value throughout the process of really helping
Wow.
these clients. And what we've got, I think, 5 client service liaison managers that will help clients hold their hands throughout the process, will understand the claim
How good's
stages,
that?
frame, slabs, so on. It's very much of like a first-time buyers groups will bring these clients through to us. We'll
Yep.
help my end. I'll help facilitate finding land and a product that's going to work with that client and find
Yep.
them a. We'll
Yeah.
then sign them up, help them out, and then from then on, Avia, if the first-time buyers group's happy for us to do it, we'll hold the client's hand throughout the process. So
Yeah.
we'll
Wow. How good's
direct
that?
all the way to handover. So
Yeah. You probably
yeah,
have sorry, Alex, you probably have queues of groups wanting to work with you. I probably put out a bit of a shout out, but you probably got queues of groups wanting to work with you because that sounds like a pretty cool service. And I've also, don't ask me who it was because I've forgotten, and this is not a lie, but I think I've talked to one of the groups somewhere along the way when I was in Brizzy or something. And they said to me that they work with some other builders, probably shouldn't say this, but they work with some other builders. And it's like, we give it to Avia and it's like, boom, boom. There's your
yeah.
design. That's where it fits on land. Bang, bang, bang. And they're like within like, I don't want to put a stipulation on it, but it was within hours or days or whatever it is. But it was like very quickly. And they were like, man, are we going to work with anybody else?
Oh man, it's same day turnaround. So if
Yeah, I
it's
didn't want to say that, but yeah, I heard it was a couple of hours for this particular job at some point, and I was just like,
yeah,
damn.
I mean, it's you know what it's like at the moment. Like time
Yeah,
is everything right now. So like land
yeah,
is insane. Like it will come up and then it's sold within an hour. That block's
yeah,
gone. Like
yeah,
so, the buyers have to be really aware, and sometimes they got to lose a few blocks that they really wanted
yeah,
to understand that that's the market right now. Unfortunately, it moves very quickly. So for us, we've got to be so
yeah,
quick for
wow.
them. Whether it's like, hey, we really want to package, a 190 square meter house and a 210 square meter house on it.
Yeah,
We have 2 different specifications. We have like
wow.
a kind of a nice standard range, and then we have we call it the Messina, where it's got all the bells and whistles that all the extras clients want. We'll give them those 2
Nice.
options, 2 designs, same day turnaround, that's out. And then the build side of things are contracts, same day turn as well. If these clients need these contracts out same day, we'll get them done. Because the way Tom has set it up is like everyone's got an individual role.
Yeah,
It's not me like how I am with my personal life, where I'm like trying to balance so many plates at once and trying to make it all happen. I'm not a contracts administration. I'm not a sightings plan person. I'm not a client service liaison manager. I'm a business development manager. I'm here to
hyper
help
focused.
facilitate bringing sales into the business and
Yeah,
keeping that relationship good and representing Ava in the best way I can. And then everyone else
yeah,
has got their key roles, man. So that's why it flows so well. And there's no
man.
secret to it. That's just how we are.
You're a legend. Thank you for providing that, info. I didn't like, I'm very mindful of like when you deal with, I'm just like, when you talk to builders that are really successful like yourselves, right? I want to, of course, expose some of the secrets to our community because, it's cool for them to know, but I'm very mindful, like, how far do I go? How many questions do I ask? How open are they going to be? So thank you for being so open, Alex, because mate, that's really cool for people to hear. And yeah, you guys are proving it. The proof's in the pudding about how you're going and I
Yeah.
guess how you set it up.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm more than happy to speak about those scenes because
Yeah,
Tom's so open about it too, man. He's just
he
like, no,
was.
that's how we're that's where we're at. Like there's,
Transparent.
yeah,
Yeah. So cool, mate. So cool. And I know you guys have worked so hard for what you achieve. So we appreciate it, mate.
yeah.
In terms of preparation at Avia, is it similar to how you prepare for a jiu-jitsu comp? Like we've talked a little bit about on the pod, on our Good Builder pod about, I question like, should businesses train like sporting teams? You know, sporting teams and things like that train 2 or 3 times a week and then they play on the weekends and there's this training element to it. What's the training element at Avia like?
It is good, man. It is really good. And
Yeah.
like again, full transparency. You know, I'm not perfect. Like anyone, I drop the ball.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you're just not motivated one week. You got things going on, but man, it's crazy. Of like, you know, you've got someone like Tom that's running a massive company. You've got someone like Hayden Ashton, who's the sales manager and growth manager of the business. Man, they still take the
Yeah.
time out of the day to sit down with you and be like, "Hey, man, like, what's going on? You all good? What's this?" And they give you that motivation to get going
Yeah.
again. Things like that, man, is they're there to help massively. And it's funny you say the sporting side of things too, because I don't know if you've met. Have you met our other BDM, Aaron Hall? Have you met him?
No. No,
No.
Alex.
He's an ex-AFL player. He's professional for 15 years. Played for the Gold Coast Suns for 7 years, and then played for the Kangaroos down in Melbourne. He's top tier player. And he's an
I'm not a
absolute.
huge AFL fan. I'm so sorry, Aaron Hall, but
Oh,
I'm not a
never
huge
mind.
AFL, but I would love to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. And man, it's funny you say that because you just see his drive and motivation too of like being a top end sports athlete, and then
Oh,
you watch
yeah.
him in a role like this, and he's just skying, like he's absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
I think definitely it is like training, like anything training, it's you got to put the time in, and
Yeah.
sometimes you drop off a little bit and you just got to be self-aware of it, and jump back on again, and keep pushing, because it's a weird time at the moment where there's plenty of land around, but it's getting snapped up quickly. So you just got to be
Yeah.
moving quick, man, with it. You got to change with the time so rapidly with this stuff. Big things
Yeah.
like first home buyers grants and helping clients get into the home. They've
Oh.
just changed a lot of that stuff around at the moment, which is for the best. It's been great.
Mm.
You got to adapt. Clients got to
Yeah.
adapt. You've got to adapt. You've got to try and offer any type of service we can that's going to help.
Yeah, mate, that's so cool, and something that you guys certainly do, I think, well is adapt. So, yeah, mate. Well, it's a bit of a shame, but I do have to finish off this pod because I could talk to you all day, mate. I want to know more about you. So I think I'd love to have you back on if you've got time. But
Yeah,
I do have our little signature question for you, Alex. And to be honest, I think if everyone listened to this pod, the question's kind of answered. But what makes a good builder, Alex? What do you think makes a good builder, mate?
yeah, man. I think I've said it 300 times in this podcast, but it's transparency for me.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
it's full transparency. It's having a great product and service that you can provide, but you've got to be able to be transparent and open and honest with everything you do. And that's what Avia is built on. That's really what it is built on. And
Wow.
we live by it, man.
That's so cool, and I don't want to take any words out of your mouth, but it seems like it's transparent within the business and outside the business. You know, you're sitting down having chats with the owners and stuff like that. And as I said, my experience with the DeCarlos, were they were telling me stuff, and I'm like, oh, all of this is off the record because I won't tell any of your secrets. But they were so open about stuff, and I'm like, I'm not going to say anything because this was
Yeah,
just a cool conversation, and I don't want to do that to you. But
yeah, yeah.
man, the openness and transparency about how they have been a success with Avia and what you guys have all done was phenomenal. So again, thank you for the blessing to have you on here and have it officially on the
Thanks
Good
for having
Builder
me on.
podcast. But mate, congrats on freaking just everything, like just
Appreciate it, man.
everything.
I do really. Congrats on everything you're doing, man. This is
Well, thanks.
no, you're definitely getting a great name for yourself throughout the business.
No,
It speaks very, very highly of you, man. And I'm loving
yeah.
I'm a good builder. It's good.
Mate, I won't lie, when Hayden, he was getting his knee reconstruction and I think he was on a few painkillers and maybe that was the decision that made him give me a call one day when I was driving down the Bruce and said, do you want to come to the golf day? And I was like, holy shit, Ava are inviting us to the golf day. We're in, boy. And I was like, I don't even care what's going on. No offense to any other association out there, but truth be told, there was another event on and I went, see ya. And I went to the Avia Homes golf day. So that's how much we respect you guys here at the Good Builder, and we appreciate all the openness. Thank you for telling a bit of your story. And yeah, I better get off here, mate, because I'll keep going and talk to you. But you're a legend, and we'll see you next time, Alex.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, pop in next time you're down.
I will. Cool, mate.
All right, man.
All right.